So a lot of people will ask me when they're buying a home, what is earnest money, and is that additional money that I need to come up with? And the answer is no, not really. It's just going to be a difference in the timing of the process. In Pennsylvania, earnest money is typically, it used to be like 1 to 3% of the total purchase price. In the recent years, we've seen that become closer to 3 to 10%. And that money is kind of your, some people call it a good faith deposit. We use those terms interchangeably, earnest money deposit or good faith deposit. That money goes not directly to the seller, but to the seller's agencies or brokerage's escrow account. And that gets held there, and then it comes back to you as a credit at closing. So when you're thinking about the earnest money, it's very typical for sellers to like to see larger deposits versus smaller. So especially when you're in a competing situation, if you're offering 1,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 and everyone else is offering 10 or 25 or 50,000, that definitely can make an impact on the seller's decision on whether or not to choose your offer. Earnest money is generally not at risk. That being said, you could lose that money if you miss deadlines or if you fail to fulfill your part of the contract obligations. That's why, again, it's important to have someone who's a professional on your side, who's monitoring all of those timelines and ensuring that your money is safe and secure as we go through the process. So let's also clear up the confusion on whether earnest money is different from your down payment money. So for example, if you're doing 20% down on your mortgage, the earnest money is going to be part of those funds. So for example, if you're buying a $500,000 home and you're putting 20% down against the mortgage, obviously then you're financing $400,000, and at that point your deposit is likely going to be in the $25,000 to $50,000 range at the time of contract acceptance. That money is not additional funds, it's just a different allocation, meaning those funds need to be available now or within 1 to 2 calendar days typically, so that that money can go to the seller's brokerage as surety that you're going to move forward with the transaction. Your money is also protected as you go through the process, provided that you've got contingencies in your contract. For example, if you have a financing contingency and things change with your job or you lose your employment, God forbid, your money would come back to you. If your loan can't be approved, your money would come back to you. If your home inspection brings up something that we can't negotiate through and the inspection contingency is part of your contract, again, those funds would come back to you. One thing I've seen change in my 26 years in real estate is that people do not fathom that they are signing a legally binding contract. So if you wake up the morning after your offer was accepted and you just changed your mind, you need to understand that oftentimes the sellers can choose to retain your deposit. I kind of call that the cold feet clause, meaning if you just wake up and had a change of heart, that money could be at risk. So it's important that you understand the gravity of the legal paperwork that you are signing, obligating yourself to follow through with the purchase. Real estate doesn't have to be complicated. Earnest money and good faith deposits are something that we talk about frequently with our buyers. And again, if you have questions about anything real estate related here in Pennsylvania, I would love to help. Feel free to reach me. My contact information is below, and I'll see you next time.